Hey friends, it's Jenny. I'm getting ready to make a layout. I'm using a sketch, not exactly how it's sketched out, but it's from the Generation Celebration National Scrapbook Day with Scrapbook Generation. So it's a sketch, so I can't really share that because that was paid content. I'm going to be making it a little different, but I'm using the sketch as inspiration. This is the photo that I will be scrapbooking today, and it's my daughter took a picture in her rear view mirror of both of the girls napping in the car. Quinn is wearing a princess dress here, so I don't know where they were, but just they were sleeping in the car. Cute picture, so I want to document this. You'll notice here I've got out my piercing mat. I am going to be doing some stitching here. So I got that out and ready to go. I'm going to be digging into my Be Happy collection by Doodlebug. Now, this particular sketch calls for small squares that are backed on a larger square, and then they're stitching through them. And there's just a few lines of those, right? And then I'll have my photo and decorations and stuff like that. So basically with these papers, I'm looking at this as like I've got, well, not this one in particular, but for each piece of paper I have two patterns, right? So for this one I can use a piece from this side, piece from this side. From this one I've got this and that, and then from this I have this and that. So I've got, I've got all my patterns ready to go. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 7 patterns and I need 5 squares. So I will not be using all 7 patterns, but we'll pick. I'm going to be using this. These are from the Petite prints that came with this collection. I did buy the Petite prints pack to go along with it. These will make up the borders of my strips. So I'm going to use this for that. And then I'm going to use this nice yellow for my background. Now I probably will, let's go ahead and take a look here. I love to back my layouts with something, with a border or something, right? So maybe I will do that. Yeah, I like that. And then it's going to have my strips and my photo and my fabulous embellishing. So let me go ahead and, let me show you what else I've got here to work with. Photo, I do have the puffy icon stickers. When I opened this collection and showed and shared it and talked about it, I normally will gravitate towards bee collections because I call Quinny Bee. Well, Josie here is called Josie Bear, and this had the bees and the bears, and I was sold. So I've got the puffies, I've got the icon stickers. For stitching, I have got black, white, and this yellow that I will be using. So I've got my needle and my threader here. I've got the sprinkles, just enamel dots, bees, and then these are little mushrooms and flowers and stuff. And I did pull out a scattering of the embellishments. There's, these could be used as titles: sweet, cute, beautiful, happy. I liked this too, the sweetest memories. I mean, they're quiet, right? Mama can sleep. Look at this little bee sleep in the hammock. That is perfect. So you will find that on my layout. So take a drink if I say so again. That's all I'm saying. I'm going to go ahead and start to plan this out. Get my squares cut out, laid out on the paper here, get my photo ready, and come back. Hang tight. Okay, friends, I finished my layout for using the Be Happy collection from Doodlebug. I swayed a little bit from the sketch, which I knew I would. The sketch has all of these strips on one side. The stitching is a little different. By the way, when does your stitching start to get straighter? I could swear I poke the holes straight, but anyway. So this is how this came out. What I did is these, as far as these little squares go, I cut them 1 inch by 2 inches, and the lining outside of them, this white from the petite prints, I cut at like 1 1/4 by, so this is 10 inches, but so by 10 1/4, and then I just kind of spaced things out and cut them as I needed them. I used a lot of 3L pop dots behind my stuff, and I managed to use some honeybee gems in the middle of all my flowers. I used some perfect pearls around the flowers. I used a tag and some twine and just some of the embellishments. I used the sweetest honey, cutest can be for my little girlies that are asleep in the car. I had to use this piece of ephemera with the sleeping bee. I just thought it went so well with the layout, and so I had to have a bear and a bee for my girls. This was a fun, I have lots of ideas. I've got lots of other pictures printed to already, you know, get more of this collection used. So I was watching Lisa from Life in Layouts, and she's only buying a collection now when she has plans for at least four layouts or 4 or 5 layouts. And I really think that that's something that I'm going to think about. And the reason being is I do buy because I think something's cute, even if I don't have a plan for it. And I want to get away from that because I just have more. I am so blessed. I have a room full of paper, so I really just want to have a purpose for what I bring into my room. I definitely had a purpose for this collection, and I broke it out. I cut into 7 pieces of paper. Like I said, I did buy the petite prints for this as well. So 1 layout down, a few more to go. Now, the other thing I wanted to share with you, as I mentioned before, I'm still working with the Hello Again collection that I took out for the month of April for Collection Obsession. This is another sketch from that Scrapbook Generation from the Scrapbooking Day weekend. I did stitching around the whole layout here, as well as stitching around the cardstock here. These are some photos of Quinn. They went to Santa's Village and she got her face painted. And I just thought that, you know, anything bright and fun is, in my mind, is perfect for the girls. So that is why I use this. I used this sketch, created a little, you know, with the bicycle and the trees. Bicycle has nothing to do with this, but that's okay. And she definitely is my sunshine. We've got the candy hearts and the camera. And I'm just really happy with how it came out. I love the gold in this collection. Really, really is pretty. And a memory document. I just got to put the date on here as well as on the B one. But it's so funny looking at the Doodlebug collections, which I'm hooked, and it's just a time in my life where I've got the little girls, and it's really something that I'm gravitating toward more than the, you know, grown-up collection. So bright, fun colors, just like Bella Boulevard, they're my favorite. So hello again from Doodlebug and Be Happy from Doodlebug, both of them using Scrapbook Generation sketches, and I hope you like them. I just thought I would share that real quick. I will be posting this video, and I will also post to Facebook, so you can just take a look at the photos if you'd like. But please, thank you for your time here today. I do appreciate it. I can never say thank you enough, so I do ask if you would like to please like, comment, subscribe. Help me to grow my channel a little bit. And God bless. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.